Imagine being detained for days just for snapping a photo, or being denied a hotel room despite a reservation. For Black travelers, these aren't rare stories, they're warnings. The world is beautiful, but for us, travel comes with an extra, unwritten rulebook. This isn't a don't go list, it's a know before you go guide. Preparation and awareness aren't just helpful, they're essential for our safety and peace of mind. The stories you'll hear are real, systemic issues, cultural biases, and political climates that can impact your trip. My goal? Give you the real talk so you can travel smarter, safer, and with confidence. Let's get into it. First up, Russia, a country that conjures images of snow-dusted cathedrals, vast city squares, and a history that's as complex as it is captivating. But for Black travelers, Russia is more than just a destination on the map. It's a place where every step is shadowed by a heightened sense of awareness. For Black travelers, Russia means more than cold weather and grand architecture. It means constant scrutiny. The moment you arrive, you feel eyes on you. Curious, sometimes suspicious, and often unwelcoming. It's not just about being a foreigner, it's about standing out in a way that can feel isolating. Police stops are frequent and rarely friendly. The presence of law enforcement is everywhere, and their attention is often drawn to those who look different. You're often singled out, not for what you've done, but for how you look. It's a reality that can make even the most routine stroll feel tense. These stops aren't random, they're systemic, often searching for any minor infraction. Sometimes it feels like they're looking for a reason, no matter how small, to question your presence. The language barrier makes things worse, and explanations rarely help. Even if you speak some Russian, misunderstandings are common, and patience can run thin on both sides. If you're detained or harassed, legal recourse is limited. The process is slow, confusing, and rarely in your favor. It's easy to feel powerless in a system that doesn't prioritize your rights. The system isn't designed to protect foreigners, especially now. With current global tensions, the atmosphere is even less forgiving, and support can be hard to find. Your embassy can help, but only so much. They can offer advice, make calls, and sometimes intervene, but their power is limited by local laws and politics. You're mostly on your own. Navigating unfamiliar streets, dealing with stares, and handling unexpected challenges becomes a daily routine. Socially, overt racism is common. Stares, comments, and sometimes outright hostility, especially outside major cities. In smaller towns, the lack of diversity can make you feel even more exposed. The atmosphere can be exhausting, making you feel unwelcome and unsafe. Even simple activities like dining out or sightseeing can become emotionally draining. If you go, be hyper-prepared, documents in order, register with your embassy, and avoid drawing attention. Make copies of your passport, keep emergency contacts handy, and always have a plan for what to do if things go wrong. Be cautious about where you take photos. What's innocent elsewhere can be risky here. Government buildings, police, and even some public spaces are off limits, and a simple photo can lead to unwanted trouble. Russia's history is fascinating, but for Black travelers, vigilance is non-negotiable. The beauty of the country is real, but so are the risks, and it's important to balance curiosity with caution. Know the risks, and weigh them carefully. Research local customs, stay updated on travel advisories, and connect with other travelers who've been there before. This isn't about fear, it's about being ready. Preparation is your best defense, and confidence comes from knowing you've done your homework. Travel smart, and don't let your guard down. Trust your instincts, stay aware of your surroundings, and don't hesitate to remove yourself from uncomfortable situations. Russia can be rewarding, but it demands respect for its realities. Stay alert, stay safe, and remember, your experience is valid, and your safety comes first. Next, let's talk about Saudi Arabia, a country where immense wealth and deep-rooted tradition exist side by side. The skyline sparkles with modern skyscrapers, and luxury hotels promise a world-class experience. But beneath this glamorous surface, the reality for Black travelers can be far more complicated. The advertisements and travel brochures showcase opulence and hospitality, but many Black travelers report a different story. Discrimination can be subtle or overt. Sometimes you're simply ignored by staff in high-end restaurants, or you might notice that you're being charged more than other guests for the same service. These experiences can leave you feeling unwelcome, even in the most luxurious settings. There are also times when you might be denied entry to shops or cafes without any explanation at all. The reasons are rarely given, and it can be both confusing and frustrating, especially when you see others being welcomed inside. But the real risk goes beyond social discomfort. In Saudi Arabia, strict Sharia law governs daily life, and even minor misunderstandings can quickly escalate. A simple disagreement or a heated exchange can draw the attention of authorities. For Black foreigners, these situations can become especially serious. A small mistake, like accidentally offending someone or not understanding a local custom, can lead to legal trouble. Once you're involved with the legal system, the process can be intimidating, especially if you don't speak Arabic or know your rights. Your rights are limited, and the penalties for even minor infractions can be severe. The legal process is often swift, and there's little room for negotiation or leniency, particularly for foreigners. To stay safe, it's crucial to dress conservatively, avoid confrontation whenever possible, and remove yourself from uncomfortable or discriminatory situations before they escalate. If you encounter discrimination, don't engage. Simply walk away. Your safety is more important than proving a point. Always respect local laws and customs, but be aware that your race may make you more visible and vulnerable to scrutiny. Knowing your rights and understanding the local legal system can make a big difference. Saudi Arabia is a country of breathtaking beauty and fascinating history, but it's not a place where you can afford to let your guard down, especially as a Black traveler. Preparation and caution are your best tools. Before you go, research the rules, understand the risks, and plan how to protect yourself. With the right mindset and preparation, you can experience the wonders of Saudi Arabia while staying safe and confident. China, a land of wonders, but also of scrutiny for Black travelers. Discrimination spiked during the pandemic, with Black residents evicted and denied service. Outside major cities, racial profiling is common. You might be the first Black person locals have seen. Staring, following, and being photographed without consent are frequent. Hotel refusals and suspicion from authorities can leave you stranded. China's surveillance state means you're easily tracked. Any misstep can be flagged. Stick to big cities, learn basic Mandarin, and keep embassy contacts handy. Be ready for curiosity, but know when it crosses into harassment. China is breathtaking, but for Black travelers, it's also a place of constant attention. Stay prepared and set boundaries. India dazzles the senses with its vibrant colors, rich history, and bustling energy, but beneath the surface, colorism runs deep and can shape the experiences of travelers in unexpected ways. The beauty and chaos of the streets are undeniable, yet for many Black travelers, the journey is layered with unique challenges that go beyond the usual culture shock. One of the most common hurdles is the so-called Black tax, a phenomenon where Black travelers are routinely overcharged for rides, goods, and services. Whether haggling with tuk-tuk drivers or shopping in local markets, prices can mysteriously rise, and the sense of being singled out is hard to ignore. This can make even simple transactions feel exhausting and unfair. Subpar service in hotels and restaurants is unfortunately common. Black travelers may find themselves waiting longer, being offered less desirable tables, or even having their concerns dismissed. In some cases, even medical care can feel rushed or inattentive, adding another layer of stress to the travel experience. The intense staring from locals is a daily reality, often making Black travelers feel like they're on display. For Black women, this attention can sometimes escalate to harassment or unwanted touching, creating moments of discomfort or even fear. The lack of personal space can be overwhelming, especially in crowded areas. Sadly, there have been violent attacks on African nationals in India which have made headlines and heightened the sense of vulnerability for Black visitors. These incidents serve as a stark reminder that safety cannot be taken for granted, and that prejudice can sometimes turn dangerous. To navigate these challenges, it's essential to research prices ahead of time, use ride-sharing apps to avoid haggling, and be firm but always polite when dealing with vendors or service providers. Knowledge is power, and being prepared can help level the playing field. Dressing conservatively can help minimize unwanted attention, and connecting with local guides or expat groups can provide valuable support and insider tips. Building a network, even temporarily, can make a world of difference in feeling safe and welcomed. Despite the challenges, India remains an unforgettable destination. Its beauty, culture, and history are truly one of a kind. But traveling here as a Black person requires a thick skin, strategic planning, and a willingness to adapt. The breathtaking sights and sounds are real, but so are the obstacles. Every day can bring both awe and adversity, making resilience an essential travel companion. Stay vigilant, trust your instincts, and don't let your guard down, especially in unfamiliar or crowded places. Awareness is key to staying safe and confident. Careful preparation, like planning your routes, keeping documents secure, and having backup plans, can transform your trip from stressful to empowering. The more you prepare, the more you can focus on enjoying the journey. Above all, know your worth, stand tall, and demand respect. Your presence matters, and with the right mindset and preparation, you can create meaningful memories while navigating the complexities of colorism in India. Poland. Rich history but rising nationalism. Black travelers face open hostility, especially at night or near football matches. Aggressive stares, slurs, and even physical confrontations are real risks. Law enforcement is often unhelpful or dismissive, leaving you vulnerable. Not every Pole is racist, but unpredictability is the problem. You never know if you'll be welcomed or targeted. The mental toll of constant vigilance is draining. If you visit, stay alert, avoid risky areas, and keep embassy info handy. Travel in groups if possible, and trust your instincts. Poland has much to offer, but the undercurrent of nationalism is a serious concern. Awareness is your best defense. Choose your destinations carefully. Hungary, especially Budapest, is a city of contrasts. Nationalist politics have fueled open racism and xenophobia. Black travelers report slurs, monkey noises, and being shunned on public transport. Anti-immigrant propaganda makes you a symbol, not just a tourist. Institutional support is weak. Complaints rarely lead to action. Black women face added layers of harassment. The city's vibrant nightlife can quickly turn hostile outside tourist zones. Stick to well-trodden areas, travel in groups, and stay aware of the political climate. Hungary's beauty is real, but so are its challenges. Weigh the risk before you go. Safety comes first. Myanmar, stunning but under military rule, it's high risk for all, especially black travelers. Foreigners stand out, attracting attention from suspicious authorities. Laws are arbitrary. A simple photo can lead to detention. Military checkpoints are everywhere, and paperwork must be flawless. Detention conditions are dire, and embassies have little power to help. Tourist infrastructure is crumbling, and help is hard to find. The danger isn't from locals, but from the regime's paranoia. As a black traveler, you're even more visible. Right now, the risks far outweigh the rewards. Myanmar's beauty is undeniable, but safety must come first. Consider other destinations until the situation changes. North Korea, one of the world's most dangerous places for any traveler, especially black Americans. You're under constant surveillance with zero freedom of movement. Any deviation from the script can be seen as a hostile act. The legal system is opaque, punishments are severe and arbitrary. As a black person, you're an anomaly. Curiosity and suspicion are intense. North Korean propaganda has a history of racist caricatures. You have no agency, and your embassy can't help if things go wrong. The risks are astronomical. Don't go. Curiosity isn't worth your freedom or safety. North Korea is not a travel destination for anyone, especially black travelers. Your life is worth more than the gamble. Turkey, where Europe meets Asia, and tensions are rising. Nationalism and anti-immigrant sentiment have led to more discrimination against black travelers. Denied accommodations, ignored by staff, and overcharged, these are common reports. Verbal harassment is increasing, especially in Istanbul and Ankara. Police can be unpredictable and legal outcomes feel arbitrary. The South's resort towns are generally more welcoming, but big cities pose risks. Read recent reviews, have backup plans, and know your embassy contacts. Not everyone will have issues, but the volume of negative reports is growing. Turkey's hospitality is real, but so are its modern tensions. Be prepared to navigate both. Research, plan, and stay flexible. Italy, dream destination, but experiences vary by region. In the north, rising far-right politics have normalized racism, especially in cities like Milan and Turin. Subtle slights and open hostility are common, especially near football stadiums. The south, Naples, Sicily, Amalfi Coast, is generally more welcoming, with a history of cultural mixing. Colorism exists everywhere, but the north's hostility is more systemic. The south is more relaxed and less tense for black travelers. Still, be prepared for isolated incidents anywhere. If you visit the north, stay alert and avoid stadiums on game days. The south offers a warmer, more positive experience. Italy is magnificent, but choose your region wisely. Know the divide and plan accordingly. Your experience depends on where you go. The takeaway isn't to scare you, it's to empower you. Preparation is your shield. Research, register with your embassy, and keep copies of all documents. Know local emergency numbers and have backup communication. Connect with local Black communities for real-time advice. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, leave. Share your experiences to help others travel safely. The world is vast and beautiful, and you deserve to see it all. Knowledge is power, and power keeps us safe. Stay prepared, stay resilient, and keep exploring. Share your stories below and subscribe for more travel safety tips.